Good morning, Yankee fans. How are you today? How is everything going? Um, at top of the morning to you on a Saturday morning, May 3rd, 2025. Well, thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. The chat already had started before I even went on the air. That's fantastic. Wanted to let you know a little bit of updated NY Yankee Mania news. We will be doing the play-by-play today at 1 p.m. right here. So if you can't watch the game, if you're out and about and you don't feel like turning on your radio, we'll turn us on and we'll keep you occupied, and we'll tell you bits of everything that's going on in the game. The weather has changed for the better in New York City, so keep our fingers crossed. It looks like we're definitely getting this game in, and who knows, we may even get in tomorrow's game when we better, because as you know, tomorrow is the King's birthday. I'm not a king. I'm just kidding. And the Yankees do well on May 4th, and remember that. May the 4th be with you. A couple of tidbits. Well, first of all, again, please press the like button. Very important to the show. Subscribe. We're getting very close to that 100 subscription, and then we're going to come back and give you a really nice $25 gift certificate to Amazon. So I really appreciate anything we can do. A little comment from CT Cards, who's now a big contributor to the show. Sweet play-by-play. And thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Of course, anyone in the chat, if you have big Yankee fans or baseball fans in general, please let them know that there is another show alive and well on the YouTube channel, simulcasted to other channels. I really appreciate it. We have a couple of bits of news, everyone. So let's start with there is pretty good news with Giancarlo Stanton. Just because he was put on the 60-day does not mean doom and gloom. According to sources, he was put there, but he is doing very well. He's batting practice with the team. Had a nice conversation with the coaches, and was seen talking and smiling with Aaron Judge. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we won't see him till July. Good possibility it'll be the end of May. I think he's eligible to come off on May 24th. But I would think it'd probably be another week from there. But I'm not a doctor. We don't know. But keep your fingers crossed on that. On other news, Jake Cousins, according to a few writers this morning, said things are going well, and a possibility he may be going on a rehab assignment soon. So look forward to that. Johnny Leweisiger is doing very well. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we didn't see him in a couple of weeks. DJ LeMahieu continued his rehab after the cortisone shot, and he went 0 for 3 last night in Scranton, but he's still 6 for 13. And they said he was moving very well at second base, played the whole game. So it'll be interesting to see if DJ LeMahieu will do 2 games in a row. So it's very interesting. There's going to be some roster moves. That's going to be very interesting. What do you do? Who are the guys that are going to go? The first one in mind is Pablo Reyes, I would think. But there was a very nice article this morning in the Newark Star Ledger. And you could look at it online, and just went about a scout, shall name nameless, according to him, really likes this kid's makeup. He says he's really under the radar gun. He's a great second baseman, very good second baseman. The only thing he's not blessed with is like a speed of Chaz Chisholm. but let's not mistake they're two different kinds of players. Chas Chisholm, obviously, at this time is the better player. He runs, but they're both very, very good defensively. So, we won't have to worry about defense. And I have a feeling this kid looks like he's got a lot of oomph. He knows what he's doing, and he slowed. He said in that article he slowed his pace down. He swung at the first pitch last night, and he went, okay, I did my swing. Now it's time to wait for the pitches. And he ended up walking twice. So you can't beat that. He made all the plays on the field. He was there. He was in every right spot. That is excellent. Another thing that's very, very good is that looks like we're not going to have the rain out. The weather kind of changed in New York. We're happy about that. So that's why I've decided here in NY Mania that we're going to do the live play-by-play. We're going to come on at 12:55. So we're not coming on at 12:15. We will be on at 12:55 to go over the lineups, anything going on, the latest news from Aaron Boone or from anything in Yankee land. And then we'll go right into the lineup and the first pitch. So hopefully looking for a really nice game from Clark Smith. I think the bullpen is ready and ready to go out there in case he goes 4 or 5 innings. I don't see him going more than 5 innings. It'll be interesting. And of course, let's keep Tampa off the board the first few innings. Of course, if you ever notice, a team that gets shut out, unless they get shut out 2 days in a row, they always come back and score in the first inning. That's just nature of the course. The Lord of the Ring there. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And I'm interested to seeing the lineup today, folks. That will the Yankees keep it that way? Will they move anybody down? Will they? It's just going to be. What Boone or Analytics is saying about the lineup. What we should expect. And of course, today's matchup is Little against Clark Smith. They both are in the 5s in the ERA. According to Ken from The Ugly Truth last night, he said Little is nothing more than a Carlos Carrasco. So if that's the case, we should be hitting the ball pretty well. Everybody's in awe with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has just been everything you could imagine. While we're scrolling around the league, let me update you on the games today. So the early games, you have Tampa Bay and the Yankees. You have the Astros and the White Sox. The White Sox are pesty this year so far, gang. You have the strolling Mets. The Mets are out there. They're pitching. They're hitting. They're timely hitting. Brandon Nimmo has been unconscious the past few days. He's been doing very, very well. The Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays at 3 o'clock Eastern time. You have at 4:05 the Rockies and the Giants. At 4:05 you have the Padres Pirates and the Minnesota Twins against the Boston Red Sox. The Twins are pitching Ober today, and he is 3-1 with a 4.1 ERA. So that should be an interesting game. Hopefully, the Yankees win, and of course the Red Sox lose. I'm not biased. The Athletics against the Miami Marlins at 4:10. You have the Arizona Diamondbacks who beat the Phillies last night, and they will be playing at 6:05. The Nationals and the Reds, the Mariners and Texas. The Mariners surprisingly have been hitting the ball very, very well. Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee. That's always an interesting series, the rivalry. The Dodgers and the Braves. The Dodgers won last night 2-1. Very, very, very close game after a big rain delay. The Royals and the Orioles go tonight at 7:15. And coming in the rear, the Detroit Tigers, the Hot Tigers, against the LA Angels at 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. An interesting note, I was reading around in the papers this morning. They compare Vivas as a lot better than Gleyber Torres. And to be totally honest with you, gang, I think anybody, at least defensively, is better than Torres. And, he made a statement that really made me laugh. He said, oh, over here in Detroit, they do things differently. We run from first to third and all that. What on earth is he talking about? He doesn't run anything out unless he knows it's going to be a double or a triple. And even that, he slows his horses with. So how can he make a statement like that his team, where he is now, teaches them first to third? Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I have to laugh. It's incredibly funny. So with that in mind, yes, Jonathan, how you doing? I did send it to you. That new link should be on there for you if you're interested a little bit later on, but not too much later on. We're going to keep this to a minimum because we have a big day today with the live broadcast. So, I came on. I just wanted to give overnight news, and we can also visit the late night scores. By the way, the Giants last night defeated the Rockies 4-0, and the Tigers defeated the LA Angels 9-1. And coming up right before that, the Mets beat the Cardinals 9-3, and there were two blowouts: the Mariners 10, the Texas Rangers 1, the Chicago Cubs 10, the Milwaukee Brewers nothing. Let's see. I'm going to bring up CT cards. Torres made 17 errors last year. Laugh out loud. I know some folks like Torres, but I couldn't wait to get rid of him. I totally agree with you. Very disappointing. He did some really, really, really funny things. It was disgusting. He looked like Mr. Know-it-all, but he did not. And then he comes out with a statement. How do you guys feel about that? He basically giving the Yankees a dig that they don't know how to teach first to second and first to third. No, first of all, you can't do that if you're not running it out like a stiff board, like he had water in his pants. Are you kidding me? To make a statement like that? Good riddance, and stay good riddance. He will never smell a Yankee uniform again. That I'll go to the bank with. Absolutely. Jonathan in the chats goes, the Rockies are the worst team in baseball. Jonathan, don't say that too loud because the Yankees are going there. And the Yankees, they'll go there and somehow they'll find a way to have a struggle out there. There's always those weak teams give the Yankees fits sometimes. The Yankees do a lot better against big competition. I mean, I'm hoping we go there and win all three games. Of course, NFE from the strike zone will be going to all three of those games with, I think, a couple of fans and with him. So I think that's going to be great. So I'm hoping to hear from NFE when he's out there. Maybe he could come on. He could come on live and give us his take. CT Card says, for sure, we play against big competition. Then we go and struggle against those teams for sure. No question about it. That's what worries me. Those little Nat teams always come through with something, make the Yankees look like, a minor league team for a day or two. The Yankees need everything now that they wasted 4 or 5 wins. And we all know that the Yankees should be up at least 4 or 5 games right now in the standings. I mean, I'm happy. We're up. We're in first place. People are chasing us. We're not chasing anybody. We don't have to worry about wild card. We don't have to worry about first place. But this is a grueling month. It's off to a good start. The Padres are coming in, and they have a little devastating news. We'll know more about Fernando Tatis. He had to leave the game last night with an injury, so I'm sure we'll hear something about that very shortly. Want to remind everyone, please press the like button. I sincerely love the chats. I hope you're going to love the play-by-play today. Hopefully, have a few surprises, and the likes. We're getting close to that 100 mark of subscribers. Once that happens, come on, guys! I want to get the thing is cold in my hand. We want to get rid of this. I want to send it out to you guys, and immediately the first person that answers will definitely get it. ASAP, so you will get it in the mail. So I'm looking forward to sending that out. And again, a reminder, this is only for the fans, and you, the fans only. No creators of podcasts are eligible. So none of us. If you come on and you have a name like, let's say, NY Yankee Mania, you're not eligible. This is for the fans to say thank you, and it will continue. And a lot of other fun things are going to happen. But remember, we are just 4 weeks old and almost 100 subscribers. So the least, I mean, NY Yankee Mania wants to do for you is to say thank you. So with that in mind, I'm really looking forward to so many things here in NY Yankee Mania. It's going to be, take us into a big series. I'm really looking forward to that. The pennant drive, the all day, hopefully, affair of the not the winter meetings. I'm sorry, of the trade deadline in July. It'll be my first, and we'll have hopefully a host of people coming on and giving us updates. That is going to be fun. I am really looking forward to that. I don't want to waste time because I don't want the year to go that fast. It's really a pleasure. And you guys out there are the ones that, that strive me, that threw me to do what we're doing. And it's just to make you, the fans, more active. Talk about your New York Yankees. And as you know, every so often, I do dedicate a show to you, the fans, where I bring you guys on and we discuss. We'll have a topic, or just let you guys just talk about what you want to talk about and interact with each other. It's sweet. It's very, very good. So I'm really looking forward. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Sean Browning has joined us. Hey, yeah, what a win. And we're being joined now by, guess who? The guy that gives us all juicy news. And Jonathan is waiting. And should we bring him on, guys? What do you think? Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Good morning, Mr. Fountain of Information.
Yeah.
What do you got for us? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I just saw the message that you sent.
No problem. It's okay. I wanted to make sure that you get the link.
Yeah, I have it now. I got another. For some reason, whenever I put my phone next to my computer, the phone doesn't make a sound.
Make a sound, yeah. No, that happens.
I might have to just turn it off of Wi-Fi when I'm by the computer.
Yes. We have a, let's see, what is Sean Browning?
Anyway, did you hear about Tatis last night?
Yes, I mentioned right before you came on. I don't have the latest. Did they make an announcement? What was wrong with him? And are the Yankees
From
going
what,
to miss
from what I heard, they had I think I'm not sure if they announced anything, but he got hit, and he
forearm?
left. Tatis got hit, and he left the game. And the chances are it's just a bruise, but I'm sure we'll find out later in the day.
Yes. And Jonathan, so that you know, because the weather has gotten much better in New York City, we're going to do the play-by-play here for at 1 o'clock. We're going to come on at 12:55. So anybody, as I announced last night, the pregame and the postgame 12:15. Squash that because we're going to do bigger and better things at 1 p.m. Little note from Sean. Beamed on the forearm. I guess he's talking about Tatis. Jonathan, I don't know if you heard, but I was scrolling around some of the media this morning and came up in the Newark Star Ledger, a New Jersey well-respected paper. It was, I believe it was Randy Myers, or he talked about that. Don't worry too much about Giancarlo Stanton. He's doing much better, and he is on target. The 60-day means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They did what they needed to do for the roster. Also, they said that Vivas, a source, a scout, would not want to be named, but he said that he really liked the makeup of Vivas, and he's as good, well, he's definitely better than Gleyber Torres at second base. But to be honest with you, Jonathan, I don't know how you feel, but that's not much of an accomplishment because Torres, the range is what is very, very bad to be desired. So
Look, when it comes to second base and Vivas, I want to give the kid a chance. I want to see what he has. If he's good, listen, we have him there for second base. Give him a couple weeks. See what the kid has. You cannot judge a guy based on 2 or 3 games or one or a series or two. You have to give him significant time, just like they gave Anthony Volpe. If you do what the Yankees usually do, which is call a guy up for one game, sit him on the bench, don't play him once a week, you're never gonna figure out who this guy he might be a one game wonder, or he might be a future second baseman for the next 15 years.
Well, the one thing that we saw last night that was very encouraging is he said in the interview that he swung from the heel side of the first pitch, but after that he got it out of his system, and he really concentrated, and he said, okay, now I go back to my game. And he walked a couple of times. He looked confident, and I like that. And I really like to see. I know it's still a little too early for the lineup, but I really like to see him back in there today, which I don't see why not. I really don't.
That probably should be understandable for anybody. And this is a kid, a rookie who's in his first major league game. He's obviously gonna have some like if anybody of us was at a major league at bat in their first at bat, would you have some? Would you go at the plate without some chills down your spine?
Right, exactly. No, of course you would. You wouldn't be normal. You definitely wouldn't be normal.
So that's why you cannot judge a guy based on one at bat or one game. You have to give him maybe a month or two just to see how he adapts to major league play, major league clubhouse, major league pressure, and then you make a decision.
Oh, I agree with you. Max Goodman, again, he's advanced media for NJ.com. He made a comment on the on lower level Yankees pitching, and he said, again, staying healthy. We don't realize what we have. Ben Hess, to name a few. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have another breaking news.
Go for it, baby.
Walker Bueller hits the IL with right shoulder bursitis.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Red Sox Walker Bueller is injured.
Walker Bueller would definitely give us fits. But if he's on the IL for a little bit, when do we play the? When is the first series against the Red Sox?
Let me check. When is the Red Sox? We're not playing the Red Sox this month.
Oh, okay, good. Because
We're playing
usually,
them the first weekend in June.
yeah, okay. Because usually when the Yankees, after the Yankees get through in a Mets series or before, either one, it's always the Red Sox, the next series or the series before. So the Yankees always have two grueling series a back-to-back. Sean Browning gives a cool Bueller's Day Off. I like that.
Bueller's
Pretty
Day
cool.
Off.
Very, very cool. So, so guys, what are you thinking out there? First of all, what's going on? You guys having breakfast? Are you eating your pancakes? I started with a nice omelet, and I threw whatever you name it. I threw in there today. Some peppers, some you name it. I even put some broccoli in it. And it was excellent. Really woke me up and get ready for you guys. So looking forward to a big fun day with you guys. Hang in there, and definitely. Sean Browning says he's walking home from work. Well, that's good. Hey, if you're lucky enough to live near where you work, that's awesome.
Yeah, I used to walk to school when I was in elementary school. I lived close enough to walk to elementary school.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, that's always good. Walking distance to the job is fantastic. Sometimes I hear these poor people that they walk miles and miles and miles because they're trying to take care of their family. They can't use their car, or they gave up their car. So there's a lot, and God bless everybody out there. Everybody should be healthy and doing their thing for their family. That's the most important. We come to sports, especially, there's nothing like baseball, Jonathan. It is it's a resting place for people that are sad, that, just had a very bad experience. One thing about baseball, like I said, it's like a family thing. It's the one thing to come back to start you to get back into that mode if you missing a loved one or something. It's the only sport that.
And there is also another.
That's excellent. So
I'm reading another news on the Red Sox injury. Another injured player for the Red Sox. Tristan Casas suffered significant knee injury.
Who's this?
Tristan Casas.
Oh, yes. We had to touch on that. That's another point. Yes. Yeah. He's going to be out a while.
So the Red Sox lost two players in one game.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to set them back. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if they scout the Yankees and pick up Dominic Smith again. That's always a possibility. Although he's not really doing much in the in AAA. I would guess he's probably going to ask for his release soon. So I wouldn't doubt the Red Sox taking a chance on him. Now they got unless they decide to put one of the maybe a Bregman or somebody there, but I don't think they'll do that because Bregman wants to play third, and so. Hey, listen, we all have our problems. Everybody's going through it. All the good teams too. I mean, look at the Dodgers. The Yankees lost two very important starting pitching. The Mets are in a bind, but they find a way. They're finding a way to win just about every day. Although their schedule, I got to admit, is a little soft. I'm not sugarcoating what they've done, but they have not exactly played back-to-back Dodgers, Padres, teams like that, and teams over 500. they seem to have a little problem. So, everybody's quick to say, "Oh, the Mets, the Mets, the Mets," but folks, let's wait for about 50 games, 60 games to make a determination.
To your point, remember Monday we start a series against the Padres.
Yes, we do. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and in 2 weeks we're playing the Mets, and next month we're playing, and at the end of the month we're playing the Dodgers. So,
well, we know we got to get out of May. We talked about it. We were on the round table with NFE, and I predicted the Yankees at the end of the day are going to be 6 games over 500. I hope more than that. What was that?
At the end of the month or at the end of the day?
No, at the end of the end of this month. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're going to be 6 games over 500 for the month of May.
For the month of May.
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, which would probably bring them up about 13 or 14 games over 500. And I think we'll be rolling from there. June, July, and August, I think we get a few breaks here and there, so that's good. And again, like I said, like you said, we have the Colorado Rockies, but that's a problem because we don't know if the Yankees are going to be up for it. And the air in Colorado, who knows? I mean, it might be good for a guy like Aaron Judge, who'll probably hit quite a few home runs there. Let's bring up a CT card. Padres series is going to say a lot about where our team stands currently.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. I do agree with that. But again, anything. Baseball is a funny game, CT. You can have a very, very bad series and because of injuries or whatever, and then and lose, let's say 2 out of 3, but then come back and win 3 out of 3.
I would also argue that the Athletics would be a good team to watch because they've improved from last year. So
they've improved, but a lot of teams are soured on them a little bit. They feel they're in a minor league ballpark and they're not showing a whole lot. A lot of teams are stomping on them at that.
That's the one problem that is going to have to be dealt with in the new CBA. The teams that I think the Athletics over the last 15 years were deliberately destroying their own team to just get out of Oakland. Because you remember how they were in 2001, and they just went off a cliff after basically after 2001, slowly, but
and bring him back. Okay, just give it a minute. Okay, I think we're back. Technical difficulties once in a while. You can't have it. Let's try to bring Jonathan back. Jonathan, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your point.
What I was saying about the Athletics, if you remember in the early 2000s, 2001, they were a prime playoff team. We beat them, and everybody remembers the famous Derek Jeter flip. So they were prime contenders in the early 2000s, and then they fell off a cliff after they sold.
Well, they want to spend money.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. If you have a playoff team, and just because you don't want to spend money, you basically deplete your whole system and you destroy your team just to get out of Oakland. I don't know, but maybe the owners should just sell the team. If you're an owner and you don't want to invest in your team, just sell the team.
I agree with you. Put the players up for and then you have some type of if they can't spend, like Miami Marlins to me is really like a joke.
Peter tried to change the mindship in Miami. He tried, and he was pushed back to the point where he just left them because a lot of these owners buy these teams as money investments, not as The one thing that George Steinbrenner showed MLB, if you have a team, you invest in your team, you can make more money by winning and being successful than having a shit team every year.
Yes. Let while we're doing that, let's stroll around. I honestly, and shame on me, I have not kept up with the Athletics record and all. They are 18 and 15. I mean, I do give them kudos. They're 2 games over 500, and a lot of people were putting down the Mariners. The Mariners are 19 and 12. Jonathan, that's that's awesome. I mean, for them. Disappointing, I think, right now, although they are around 500, are the Texas Rangers. A lot of people expected a lot more.
Well, who would have? But
And
it's only
again,
31 games so far.
we're having a
33
little
games.
issue, everyone. It must be a preview to Cinco de Mayo.
Well, you gave you gave your computer too much tequila.
let's Okay, I think we're back. Here we go. Good. All right. Yeah, we something's going on in the airwaves. Real Bill, thank you for joining. Just hang in there. If we, it just these things happen. It happens to the best of any streams. What can you do? But while we're going, we were talking about teams that are real disappointments. Teams are surprising. You could take on the Detroit Tigers, man. They're 21 and 12.
Yeah.
The Guardians are 18 and 14. The Tigers are really improved. That is a dangerous club, guys. A dangerous club at this point.
Yeah, well, after the trade deadline last year, the Tigers were probably the most improved team comparing pre.
Yeah, they definitely.
Comparing pre and post trade deadline, I think the Tigers improved the most. Manfred strikes again. Well, let's see. What anything in the chat going on?
Yeah, the chat is going. Real Bill says
Not available in your area.
Yeah, now pay your bill and you can tune in. Oh, come on now. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, no, it's just a flink in the airwaves. But I'll tell you what, everyone. If you have a little bit of patience, I'm going to get off of this stream and come right back to you guys. I think that's the only way that we could have a better stream. So if you hang in there with everyone, if you hear me okay, I will come back in no more than 2-3 minutes. And well, it looks like. If not, we will do another stream because we're going very well. And I do want to chat with you guys. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Well, no, if you're starting another stream, you're gonna have to just send me another link.
Yes,
to
no problem.
join you. But
right now it's going well. Let's go in. So we were talking about the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers, a very surprised team, and that's going to make for big matchups with the Yankees. And so that's another problem. Of course, the Baltimore Orioles with lack of pitching. How the Yankees lost 2 out of 3. We don't want to talk about it.
It also sounds like Spencer Turnbull signed with the Blue Jays.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that just was reported 3 minutes ago.
Well, I told you the fountain of information is right on with me right now, Jonathan, and he is quick. He is quick at the switch, man. Can't thank you enough. The Houston Astros, about where we thought they'd be, a game over 500 right now. Tampa,
The
4 games
Astros,
under. The Blue Jays are at 500.
the Astros lost the mojo
All right.
when they took away the cameras.
Yes. No question about it. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to come right back to everyone. So please give us 2 minutes. We do want to continue for a little while longer. And only because you guys have been wonderful. I really appreciate it. So we're going to end it and we'll come right back to you within 3 minutes. See you in a few.